Hi, my name is Brandon Merced. I'm applying for the administrative assistant, I believe virtual administrative assistant role at Universal Giving. I'm just going to be answering the 5 or 6 questions, maybe a little bit more, for the self-filmed video that we're supposed to upload on YouTube. So I know I'm not supposed to read anything really, but I'll just go back and read the questions because I don't think I'm gonna be able to remember them all. Um, the first one it looks like is why do you want this particular role? So for me, I would love this role only because recently in my life, due to just family circumstances, my grandmother passing away and other scenarios, I've just wanted to veer towards more social oriented and social directed jobs for me personally. I've had a talk with my dad many times about, gaining a self of fulfillment, a sense of fulfillment and happiness in the workplace. And at my last position, I really wasn't. I'm hoping to have that if I get the job here. The kind of direction this company goes in and what you guys do sounds like something I'm very interested in. I'm more on the religious side, so I love to do more charitable work, at least for me personally, just because I'm Christian and I like to give back to communities in any way I can. So with universal giving, it looks like I can be um, helping towards good causes, charitable causes. So for me, that's why I would like this job. I would like this role just because I think I'd be giving back while working, which is something I'd love to do. Whereas in another position, maybe I wouldn't feel like I'm giving back. Here, I feel I can get that sense of fulfillment. Maybe it'll be fun at the same time. So that's the first question. The second one would be why do you want to be at Universal Giving? That's more of the same from the first answer. I, it's specific to universal giving from what I'm reading on the question, and at least from what I read on the what you guys do, because it looks like the About Us page isn't working right now. I got a 500 error when I clicked on it, but the what you guys do, it looks like you donate and give to causes, charitable causes. Most of it is donation oriented, but it looks like it's 100% goes towards the cause, not like other nonprofit, non-governmental organizations where they take a cut, some kind of percentage. So for me, this is just more in line with some of the work I do at our pantry at our local a church here. I live in Central Jersey, so Central New Jersey, United States, because I know this is a global organization, but this is just more of the same for me. I'd love to help while working. I like it. It's what I do. It's what I like to do, I should say, almost like a side hobby with my dad most of the time. So that's why I would want to be there, and I'd imagine that the team there is probably more like me. Maybe not. I'm not too sure, but I would imagine so. And that would be great because then I'd have people I love working with. So the third question it looks like is what does Universal Giving do? Well, that's actually a little bit of what I just mentioned. So it looks like you guys are a non-governmental organization that kind of helps with donations towards charitable causes all across the world, probably in areas of the planet that need more help or need more charity work. Um, so that's looks like from what I can tell is what you guys are focused on. Um, so for the next one, why is universal giving unique? In my opinion, it's just the cut. You guys give 100% back. Not only that, it looks like it's all across the world. I know a few personal organizations that are just relegated to certain areas on the planet. You guys are literally global, and then on top of that, you give 100% to the cause. I wonder how you guys make money. But yeah, no, that's why you guys are unique. Why am I unique for this role? I would say I'm unique for this role just because, at least more recently in my life, I've tried to approach things with a more open mind, understand people's perspectives, and at least give back in some way if I can. Sometimes you have to think about how can you give back, and sometimes the answer is easy. So at least in this situation, the answer is easier for me. If I were to work with you guys, maybe giving back is just something I do every day. I help with giving back to people who are in need all around the planet. So for me, I think I would be unique just because maybe not a lot of people out there have that same sense of empathy towards issues globally that I do. I think I have that. I think I more recently in my life I've wanted to gear myself towards helping others more than I ever have really, just because of family events. So I think that makes me unique. And I'd love to contribute. I always love to learn more, contribute as much as I can, because there's always something new to learn. So always something to help with. Always. That's my belief. And what does it say here? Tell us about a time when you were, whoops, I can't see it. Give me one moment. Tell us about a time when you were really upset about a place of work or a coworker and what actions you took. Well, I'd say for me personally, in my previous position with General Motors, I've had several employees that didn't start off with a great interpersonal work relationship, but I'd say there was one person in particular who throughout our time talking together when we work, I'd always get criticism on certain things that are, in my opinion, they shouldn't have because I had been spending more time at the job than they have, but they were trying to lecture me on how to do things correctly. But nevertheless, I just shrug things off and I say, hey, listen, if that's the way they are, I'll just try to cooperate and communicate, de-escalate if things ever get that high, and see if we can come to a mutual understanding. So that person's name was Kevin. Kevin and I didn't really have that great a relationship at General Motors for a while. And throughout our time speaking more and more, we've actually wound up swapping phone numbers and we became pretty decent friends. But yeah, I used to get a lot of lecturing from him on things, and he and I just had to talk through it, cooperate, and eventually he just kind of he stopped doing it as much. Maybe he just didn't want to be like that. I'm not too sure, but it was just a lot of talking things through, de-escalating if he felt kind of stressed out one day or not. And for me, it wasn't a specific event. It was more several events over the years. And he and I just worked through it, just talked more about it instead of letting things go untalked about. Communication for me is the key. So as long as you can talk things through and come to a mutual understanding, eventually you can hash things out and you can be more efficient and maybe even friends together. So I'd say that summarizes that personal event for me. But for the questions, I believe that's it. Um, I'm definitely interested. I think this would be a great opportunity for me, and I think it'd be a great addition to your team. And I love the overall message of the company and what you guys do. And I think it would be a great honor to definitely work with you. It's something unique for me as well because I haven't really had a job, something I was working with that was related to charitable. It was always something I just did in my personal time on the weekends when I go to church or something like that. So yeah, that's it. That wraps it up for my video. I believe I have to post it to YouTube. So yeah, let me know. I hope I hear from you guys. Thank you very much.